Welcome to Do It Different. Do It Different training. This is your host, Paul Fink. Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire. And today we're going to talk about why do I fail? The 7 indispensable words you must use to succeed. Words you must use to succeed. Why? Why don't I get prospects? Why did they choose someone else for the job? Why does he not respect me? Why do they not see me as a leader? These questions come to mind. And these questions are possibly, rolling around in your head. Have you ever had these thoughts? Do these questions sound familiar? I know I had these questions, and boy, was it frustrating. Then I found the truth. The dirty little secret about the words they used and the ones I wasn't. We both sounded the same to the novice listener. However, they used ninja words, ninja phrases, ninja tactics to influence, position authority, posture for power. Our communication is, words make up about 7% of our communication, whereas your physiology, your tonality makes up the other 93%. And yet, words do matter. Specific words matter more than others, more than most. Learning these words will make the difference. Once I learned these words and others that I'll share with you, my results changed. I got what I wanted. I was able to create the life of my dreams almost overnight. Before I share with you what works, I thought I'd kind of share with you what doesn't work. The words, the phrases that, aren't quite what you would want to be utilizing. The following are all weak, inefficient, ineffective words that I want you to avoid using. Here are the top 6 words not to use. Now, before I go into these top 6, I want to let you know I'm going to breeze through these fairly quickly. However, that doesn't mean they're not important to pay attention to. I want you to pay close attention to these words and increase your awareness around them so that you do not use them, so that you avoid using them, so that you put them to the side, because I guarantee you they are in your vocabulary right now and they're affecting your results. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have done that. I would have done this. I could have done that other thing. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We put it in our phrases, in our language patterns. We talk about what the past was and how we should have changed it, how we could have done something different, how you would have done something different if only. All of that talks about making up excuses and thinking of the past instead of the future. Thinking of the past on what you could reframe or remake in the past. The only time that you should be thinking about the past is to learn from it. Once you do, you march forward. So eliminate the shoulda, woulda, coulda in your life. Eliminate those words and that language patterns completely to create more power in your life. Try. There is no try. As a matter of fact, most people use try in ways that make no sense. I'll try and be there. Well, are you going to be there or are you not going to be there? Be definitive in your response versus wishy-washy, and try absolutely creates this question mark in everyone's mind whether you're actually going to do it or not. Eliminate the word try. I've got big butts. How many of you say but? You say it as those connector phrases in your language patterns. You use the word but, and the challenge is that but actually psychologically eliminates or discredits everything you said before. So we say things like, I would have been at the meeting, however, or but I got stuck in traffic. No, we weren't going to be at the meeting because we left late. That's the truth. But eliminates that. And let's put it really clearly so you get it. How about this phrase? I love you, but. How would you like to have that said by someone that you care deeply about? Absolutely eliminate the word but. Eliminate that from your vocabulary. You will be more powerful. Can't. One, it's a negative word. Two, it actually does not describe exactly what you're talking about. Because when you say the word can't, you're either describing what you aren't able to do or what you are not sure how to do, and the person does not know which it is. So not only is it a negative word, it also is a word that creates confusion in the mind of the listener. So we eliminate that word as well from our vocabulary. This is one of my favorite. People say it regularly. They say, well, honestly, I want to tell you. Does that mean everything else that they were saying before that was a lie? Honestly, if I was to be honest with you, I would say, what do you mean if you were to be honest? You're not usually? Whenever you hear the word honestly, you automatically are repeating in your head, are they usually not honest? And so I want you to be clear when you're saying it, the other person is also then questioning your honesty as soon as you declare that at this moment, you are absolutely being honest. So be aware, be clear that the more that you use the term honestly, the less people think you are. Eliminate that word. I think. You see, the thing is, every time that you speak, people assume that it's what you're thinking. Otherwise, you're simply a robot where there's no connection between your brain and your mouth. You are thinking with every word that you say. So when you say, I think, you're, one, being redundant. Two, you also, and this is really key, when you say, I think, people don't believe that you actually know. Kind of like Winnie the Pooh scratching his head. I think I remember where the honey pot is. I know. Be strong, be powerful with your expressions. Eliminate the ones that create confusion or question marks in the listener. I think is one of those words. Remember, with all of this discussion around what we say, our goal is to be influential, to be powerful communicators. You want to avoid that last set of words because they do not accomplish your goal of being empowered, of being influential. So now let me get to the heart of the matter and give you the top 7 words you must be using to empower yourself and get the results that you want. First word, you. This is the first indispensable word that you absolutely must use. And this is what I mean by that. You see, you want to be talking to a singular person. No matter whether you're talking to a group of people, whether you're on a webinar like this, or whether you are talking to a small group in a meeting or one-on-one, people feel when you're talking right to them, and they only feel like you're talking right to them when you're using the singular. You see, people want to know you are speaking to them personally, not to a group. So what would it sound like when you're speaking to a group? You'd be talking to thems and yous and you-alls and theys, and you'd be speaking in plurals instead of to one isolated person. And so even when you're speaking to an audience, you're speaking to a group, when you use the word singular, when you use singular phrases like you are, you feel, you understand, they then feel like it's a one-on-one conversation, and it's as if you're talking right to them, and they feel that. Leaders understand this, and they speak in that language pattern. So it's just you. And right now, it is simply you and I talking, communicating, speaking right here, right now. Indispensable word number 2 is know. When you know something, it exudes confidence. And I alluded to this before with the word I told you not to use, which was, well, I think it is. No, you want to know it is. People trust people more when they know where they are going versus when they kind of think that they know where they're going. Indispensable word number 3, want. You want versus you need, which might give you a clue as to another word to eliminate or avoid is the word need. There's very few things in this world that you really need. You want what you want. You want growth. You want happiness. You want joy. You want money. You want financial freedom. You want abundance. You want love, affection. It's wants. You want to go to work. You want to work hard. You want to create that abundance. It's wants versus need. And this is where it comes in. And I mentioned going to work as a want. Some people go, no. I need to go to work because I need a paycheck and I need to pay my bills. All of those are wants. You want to go to work because it gives you an exchange of value that gives you the income to then pay your bills, which you also want to do because you want the services that those bills provide. You don't have to pay your bills. You don't have to go to work. It's a want, a desire of yours. Do you know people that don't pay their bills? Do you know people that don't go to work? That should be proof enough. People are repelled versus attracted to needy people. Be aware that when you say and communicate about all the things you need versus want, you're expressing yourself as a needy person, and you are not needy. Attract more people by expressing yourself in that way. Indispensable word number 4, definitely. This will definitely happen versus I will see what I can do. Exudes confidence, self-assurance. That piece of being a leader, of stepping up, of showing that you know where you're going, what you're doing, and can lead them in that direction. That confidence and self-assurance is described when you say, is expressed and shared when you say, it definitely is going to happen. People can depend on your word when you are definitely minded. Indispensable word number 5. When. When versus if. If you do this, you do that, if the economy shifts, if, and we're leaving our future in the hands of external forces. If is a weak word. When the economy shifts, when these things accomplish, when. It expresses a confidence and assurance. It expresses and exudes this power that you know what's going on. And when it happens, you're predicting the future. When it happens in the way that you're predicting, everyone's going to create that masterful success. When versus if. Replace if with when in your vocabulary every day, and you will be expressing yourself as a leader, influencing the people around you to follow. You see, when leaves no doubt in the other person's mind. When this happens, it will create an increase of 20% return on investment for your company. Do we have a deal? The when exudes that power. Indispensable word number 6 is decided, as in, I decided. It's comfort words for most. What do I mean by that? I mean that when you hear, I decided, that the other person has made a decision and declared it, it creates comfortableness. It creates a comfortable feeling within the other person, within the listener. It's a comfort word. Most people, you see, want to be led. They want to be led by true leaders who know where they're going, are confident in their destination. Most people are waiting for someone else to make a decision so they don't have to. Go ahead, decide. Use that term, use that word, and make it clear. Shout it from the rooftops when you do. Indispensable word number 7 is I will. When you say I will do X, and then you actually do so, people will follow you to the ends of the earth. It is that rare that you say what you do and do what you say. It's so rare that people will follow you. And so declare it from the rooftop, say I will, and then do so. See, so I want you to stop struggling and empower yourself using these 7 indispensable words to succeed. It's not enough just to hear them. It's not enough to hang out on this webinar and get this training, listen to this audio, and then go about your day. What I want you to do is actually grab hold of those words I discussed that were the indispensable words to empower you to create yourself as a leader and make yourself influential around others. I also want you to grab hold of and understand, increase your awareness around the words I said not to use, and shun those. As you use them, correct yourself and use another term. because all of this is about application. Unless you actually apply these 7 indispensable words, you will get nowhere. These are the words that'll make the difference. These 7, and this is the beginning. What I want you to get is that there's additional places, additional training. I even have additional training myself and additional places that you can go. We've got the Maverick membership, and absolutely want you to pay attention to that. We'll talk about that another time. Absolutely realize that this is the beginning. This is the foundation. This is where you start. The 7 indispensable words. You. Use you, the singular, expressing and talking to a specific person as you do so. Even when you are talking to groups, you will create yourself as the leader. They will feel as if you're listening, that you are talking right to them specifically. Be confident in your diction, that you know exactly what you want with definitive purpose and intent. It will definitely happen. You know exactly when. You've decided it, and you absolutely will make it happen. The 7 indispensable words to create more in your life and to be that influential leader. Oh, and by the way, let me give you 2 bonus words. Now, these are 2 bonus words that I've been utilizing in my world, and it has made such a difference. I wanted to share them with you as well. Here's bonus word number 1. Yes. Yes is going to give you so much more than saying no. Learn to say yes. Now, here's where people get hung up about that. Well, wait a second. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen once I do. Someone asks me to do something. I say yes. And I don't know how to make it happen. I'm concerned about saying yes. And so I'll say maybe, or I'll say I'll think about it, or I'll say I'm not sure, instead of saying yes. All those other expressions, all those other words will get you to not quite cutting it. It'll get you to, well, when you say maybe, or I'll think about it, or I'm not sure, most true leaders, most people that are looking to shift and shape the world are going to pass you by, because they want to hear that you're going to get it done and say yes first and figure it out. You see, that's the equation of success. Most successful people don't know the pathway that's going to get them to the finish line. They just know what the finish line looks like, and they're going to do everything in their power to get there every single day, regardless of what it's going to take. So they may not have all the answers just yet on how to get there, but they know they're going to get there, and so they say the word yes first. Figure it out second. You want to empower yourself. You want to be influential. You want to create success. Learn to say the word yes more often than you ever have, and you will create so much more in your life. Bonus word number 2, and get ready. Another Y word, yet. Yet. And why is yet a bonus word? Because successful people know that we are on a journey. It's not about the destination. It's not about a finish line, because we never quite finish. Everything is in process. And wherever we are, there's more to come. There's more coming. There's more to do. There's more to achieve. And so we use the word yet. I haven't created that $1 billion yet. My foundation isn't exactly the way I'd want it to be yet. I haven't attracted the millions of people into my life that I had planned to yet. Everything that I want, everything in my dream life may still be a vision. However, I know it's coming. I know absolutely it's going to happen. Definitely. It just hasn't happened yet. Learn to use the word yet in everything that you describe about the future, or more precisely about what's going on in the present, expressing what is going to happen in the future. Yes and yet. 2 bonus words to add to your vocabulary and use them often. So yes, I am so happy you joined me here. I know you loved this information. I know it is exactly what you want. I definitely want you to get the most out of this. When you use this in your life, you will have decided this was the best training you have ever seen. And I know you are so excited. You will be back every single week to experience more, because a powerful mind says yes. Join us next week's training. I want you to go every single week to www.doitdifferenttraining.com. We will be doing these type of trainings and so much more every single week. Just go to www.doitdifferenttraining.com to get the latest information on the training coming right to you. You know, although your dreams have not materialized yet, it is only a matter of time. So please stay connected. Go to www.themaverickdifference.com or email me at info@paulfink.com or call 614-434-6254. Thank you for joining us. Do It Different Training. This is your host, Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire. For more information, just email me, info@paulfink.com, and join us every single week by going to www.doitdifferenttraining.com. I look forward to seeing you next time at the Do It Different Training. Till then, everyone.